Good evening from Rockingham Early College High School News Center. I'm Hunter Bullock. Tonight's edition of NBC Nightly News has been rescheduled in order to bring you a special report. News anchors from around the globe have been working on stories that involve weather. Tonight they are here abroad to share their stories. Tonight's first news anchor is Megan Pillar.
Good evening, this is Megan Pillar. I'm reporting on the issue of pollution in the North Carolina area. This issue is starting to go to the extremes. It's affecting the wildlife, environment, and citizens. The debris are injuring animals as well as humans when they go in the ocean, and there have been many reports of injuries in that. There have also been many cases of that when they go to the lakes also. Be the change we need. Take your trash to your local recycling center, and if you see debris laying around, pick it up. We don't need any more people getting hurt. Now to Wendy Curla.
Good evening, everyone. This is Wendy Carella with some news about the earthquake and tsunami that hit the Samoa Islands on Tuesday, 29th of 2009, killing at least 119 people. Both Samoa and American Samoa are devastated by a tsunami triggered by an undersea earthquake. Officials suspect the deaths to rise as more areas are surged. Survivors fled to higher grounds on the islands after the magnitude 8.0 quake that struck at 6:48 a.m. on Tuesday. The residents were engulfed by four tsunami waves 15 to 20 feet high that reach up to a mile inland. At Otaga Village, more than 15 police officers searched the bodies underneath uprooted trees and palms piled up on the foot of a mountain. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center in Hawaii said it issued an alert, but the waves got to the island so quickly that the residents only had about 10 minutes to respond. The quake was centered about 120 miles south of the islands of Samoa, which has about 220,000 people, and American Samoa, a U.S. territory of 65,000. Right now, we're focused on bringing in the assistance for people that have been injured and the needs for the tens of thousands of survivors down there. Thank you for listening. Now to Tiara Hamlet.
Good evening, I'm Tiara Hamlin, and I'm here to tell you more about the tornado that went in through Kansas. This is not the first time one has been through there, because Kansas is known for Tornado Valley. Everything was quiet until a large mass of clouds started to circle around and around. The funnel began to form. Everybody was scared and wasn't sure what to do. Thankfully, they had their shelters underneath their houses in the ground. That's where the people of Kansas stayed at until the tornado passed, but some people weren't all that lucky. Some of the citizens passed away in this deadly storm. Dorothy and her dog Toto sadly didn't make it out of the house in time, so the house with them in it flew right up in the sky with all the other flying objects. We still haven't covered where the house flew off to, but we think that she or the little dog Toto is somewhere trying to get back home. They were taking a nap and didn't hear the roaring sound that can be heard 25 miles away. They probably didn't realize what it was since it was coming at 30 miles an hour and coming faster than you can hear it. This tornado formed because the warm and the cold masses met and made a depression. A depression is when the air whirls inward in giant spirals. These cute, moving funnel things might seem quite amazing at first, but when someone gets hurt or put in danger during these deadly, violent, whirling windstorms, people try to avoid them at all risks. Thank you. Now to Jonathan Smith.
Good evening. I'm Jonathan Smith, and tonight on WKJL, a clear day for some may be a walk in the park or even a nice day for sunbathing, but your breezy autumn day may mean a week in the hospital for others. And in later news, ways to help supply the air. On a crisp, clear autumn day in the Smoky Mountain town of Sapphire, North Carolina, Attorney General Roy Cooper was thinking about the many days when air pollution covers his state's scenic views in haze and sends its citizens to the hospital gasping for breath. And now we will go to Cecilia Armenta, who was on location in Sapphire.
Thanks, Jonathan. Here we are at Sapphire, North Carolina. As soon as we arrived, we could smell the difference in the air. There are plenty of causes here, such as the increasing number of power plants, people burning fuels, and lastly driving certain cars that aren't fuel effective or air efficient. And furthermore, people are not the most reliable source of defense against air pollution. Studies show that one of the biggest things that people can do to fight air pollution is drive fuel-efficient car or a hybrid car. I'm Cecilia Armenta, and this is WKJF. Back to you, Jonathan.
Other ways you can help clear the air is by conserving energy, because reducing the energy you use reduces power plant emissions, and also by driving less and maintaining your vehicle properly. I'm Jonathan Smith, and this is WKJF News at 10, and now we will go to Laura Love.
Thanks, Jonathan. Good evening. I'm Laura Long. Many tornadoes ranging from F1s to F5s just recently touched down in parts of Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Louisiana. 21 people have died throughout the stricken areas. 123 people have minor injuries, while 13 are still in intensive care. Tornadoes have left an immense amount of damage in each state. Many historical homes were completely destroyed or were damaged beyond repair. Some people's homes and businesses still have some things that they should be able to salvage. Several thousands of people are without power, and the power companies hope to get the power back on before the end of this week. Fortunately for the survivors, the Red Cross was there to help. The Red Cross has set up several shelters for the homeless and are providing food and water along with other necessities. Thank you, and now Devontae Martin.
Welcome to Weather in the News. This is Devontae Martin reporting to you with the latest update, and this is what's happening right now in America. With the increase in pollution with the poisonous chemicals that have been let out into the world, it has caused the sky to turn black. There are no clouds in sight, people. To contribute to the pollution, according to eyewitness, a ship was seen dumping tons of green gunks into the ocean. The next day, Hurricane Katrina passed through, and I understand that this has caused a tremendous amount of bad air, and we are breathing it right now. This just in, I've been told that we are not to leave our home, stay inside, go in the basement, or in your bathtub. Please do not drink the water. There are still some of the chemicals in the water that is making the water black and dark, and it also stinks. And sometimes people do not know what to do because their power has been wiped out, they can't get power or anything. The Army has just updated us. The ship that dumped chemicals in our ocean is a group called the Domains. The Army has just found them over the Atlantic Ocean. They will inform us later if they have stopped them. Right now, I have to call my family to see if they're okay. So that is all for right now. Thank you, and I will keep you posted. Until next